Hi, Robert. It's good to see you again.
What's up?
I heard you'll be moving back home this weekend. How do you feel about that?
Good. Real good. I can't wait to get out of this place.
Yeah, I'll bet. I'm guessing it'll be good to have a little privacy. Have your own space back.
Yeah, it's great.
You know, it doesn't really sound like you're too happy, Robert. What's going on?
Well, we are going home. And that's cool. It's just that my best friend Alex, his house was wrecked during the earthquake. And his mom told my mom that they were going to move away.
So you're glad to be moving home, but you're going to miss your good friend Alex. What kind of feelings come up when you think about his moving?
Kind of sad, I guess. I'm going to miss him a lot.
That makes sense. I'm wondering how strong your feelings of sadness are even right now. Robert, remember the thermometer scale we talked about when we met as a group? When I asked you to rate how strong your feelings were from 1 to 10?
Oh, yeah.
What would your feelings of sadness be?
About an 8.
That's pretty strong. Usually when feelings of sadness, anger, fear, or nervousness get to be an 8, 9, or 10, it can feel very bad and even make it hard to do the things that you want to do. I'm sure there are a number of changes in your life or problems because of the earthquake that you'd like to be able to do something about.
No kidding.
Unfortunately, we only have a short time here before you go home. So it's good to choose one, like your friend moving away, that bothers you so much, and see if we can't figure out some ways to make it better. When you're feeling this way about your friend, how does it usually affect you? What do you end up doing?
Well, like yesterday, after my mom told me that Alex was going to be moving, I just stayed in bed and played Game Boy for the rest of the day.
Is that something that you usually do?
No. Usually, I like to go outside and play basketball with other guys or skateboard. I didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like doing anything.
Okay, so when you get very sad thinking about Alex's moving, you kind of take yourself out of the game. You just end up hanging around by yourself.
I guess.
That doesn't sound like fun. So one way of looking at this is that there are 2 parts to the problem. One is the fact that your best friend is moving. And the second is that you end up feeling very sad, so much so that it's hard to do things that you enjoy. Now, which of these 2 parts do you think you can change or make better? Can you change the fact that Alex is moving?
No.
That's hard. How about, can you change the fact that you get really sad and take yourself out of activities that you enjoy?
I don't know.
It's my experience that you can. It can help to look at the way you think about the situation and also what you do. I'm wondering if we can do some simple problem solving to see if we can help you feel better. Let's figure out some different types of things that might help. Are you game?
Okay.
First, let's think about the second part of the problem, of Alex moving. We've already agreed that you can't do much to change the first. What's a reasonable goal for the second part? I mean, it makes sense that you feel sad because your best friend is leaving. If you didn't feel sad, he wouldn't be that good of a friend. The problem is more a result of how sad or down you get. On our scale of 1 to 10, what would be a reasonable level of sadness that you might experience, but that wouldn't take you out of the game?
I don't know. About a 5 or a 6.
Sounds good. So your goal could be to feel sadness more in the range of 5 or 6 and still manage to take part in fun activities as much as possible. How does that sound?
Yeah, that will work.
Okay, the next step in our problem-solving model is to brainstorm all the possible ways you could accomplish your goal. The idea here is to just let your mind go. Be creative. List all possible things you could do without saying, oh, that's stupid or that won't work. Do you want to give it a try?
Okay. Well, I could force myself to do things even if I don't feel like it.
Okay, great.
I could do things that make me feel good. I could find other people to hang out with.
Good. And what about finding ways to keep in touch with Alex?
Oh, yeah. I could call him at night or even during the day. We've got cell phones. I guess we could email. He can come over my house during the weekends. He won't be able to stay on the soccer team. He'll be living too far away. But maybe he can stay over the summer.
These are great ideas, Robert. Soccer is the kind of sport that when you 2 get together, you can practice some of your skills. Let's go to the final step, choosing the best options. We'll think about each of your ideas and figure out if it's doable and will help you achieve your goal. The first one, forcing yourself to do things even if you don't feel like it. Is that doable?
Yeah, I guess so. I could just force myself to do things.
I agree, you probably could, for at least a little while. But I'm wondering if you could keep on doing it. Let's look at your second idea because I think it had a little extra helpful piece. You said, do things that make you feel good. What kind of things would that include?
Well, I like to play Halo and Navy SEALs on my Xbox. I like to skateboard. I like to go to the comic store. And I like to eat ice cream.
Cool. You like to do a lot of things, and I think you're right. If you do these things, maybe your 8 could go down a notch or 2. Are these things doable?
Yeah, they are definitely doable.
Great. Well, I think this is a good option for you. And maybe we can combine part of your first idea with this one. That is, to have a list of things that are really fun for you to do, and at first make yourself do at least 1 or 2 of them a day, even if you don't feel like it. I think this is important because right now you might not feel like doing these things because you're kind of down. So to start the ball rolling and help you to begin to feel better, we might make a goal for you to do at least, say, 1 or 2 things a day. How does that sound?
I could do that.
Fantastic. Now, what about your ideas of finding other people to hang out with? Would that help you, especially when you're feeling down or missing Alex?
There's some guys at my school. Hey, there's even some guys at the shelter. I've gotten to know them a little better. I guess I can hang out with them. But I'll still miss Alex.
Okay. It'll help you to spend time with some of your other friends. But you're right. You'll still miss Alex. So let's look at the last ideas of the bunch of ways that you could stay in touch with Alex even after he moves. They included calling him, emailing him, and setting up visits on the weekends and during the summer. Are these doable, and would they help you feel better?
Yeah, they are definitely doable. And plus, my family and his family are friends too, so they will probably be okay if we do those things.
Great. If you need me to help talk to your parents before you leave the shelter, I'd be happy to do so.
No, that's okay. I'll be all right talking to them.
Good. So you have a lot of good options here on ways to deal with Alex moving. Remember, these ideas are not meant to make it so you don't feel sad at all about Alex moving. They're just meant to take your sadness down a notch or 2 so that you can keep in the game. Keep doing some of those things that you enjoy. In fact, I was wondering what your number is right now on the sadness scale.
I'm about a 5, actually. I feel a little bit better.
Great. You've already started. We've worked on one problem. When you get home and back to school, you can use this type of emotional coping and problem solving with any of the problems that come up. Take a few minutes each day or during the week and think about something you'd like to change. Then use what we did today. That can make a big difference in the weeks and months ahead. I'm glad we had time today. You did great work, Robert.
Thanks.